summer edition of NPS Now, your source of news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner. It may be summertime, but there's a lot of teaching and learning still going on in Norfolk Public Schools. Here's one innovative summer program that merges academics and fun. Amanda Verrata has the story.
Summer school isn't something students normally look forward to, but at PB Young Senior Elementary School, students are eager and excited to be in class. This non-traditional pilot program brings in students daily, from pre-K to 5th grade, for hands-on fun instruction and special enrichment activities.
This program, you're going to see active learning, children in gardens, children are painting, children are up, moving, singing all day. We aren't really constrained with the curriculum of a time frame. I can only do this activity for 15 minutes because then I need to transition to math. We're going into the Montessori charter, which therefore it's all meeting students where they are based on where they are developmentally. So we're just allowing teachers to teach where students' needs need to be met.
The school focuses on creative instruction in the mornings, followed by enrichment activities that students themselves have chosen. These activities include everything from tennis and flag football to dancing and computer lab time. On Fridays, the students receive no classroom instruction. Instead, they go on field trips or participate in special activities at the school. These Friday fun days are earned by students' good behavior throughout the week.
We want these children to understand that they have earned their Fridays, and Fridays are field trips, their sports tournaments, their show and tells where they're going to build some lemonade stands and things, but kids have to earn their Fridays, and they do it by good behavior and showing up every day and being here on time.
Community partners have played a huge role in this summer school even existing. The United Way of Southampton Roads found a sponsor for the entire program, Dollar Tree, and has worked with the school every step of the way. Many other local partners have also stepped up by contributing time and resources in order to help these young people have bright futures.
Many of the students lack the support that they need throughout the year academically and in other areas as well. And we believe that if we make an investment in these children, we believe that we're providing for them a foundation for success, particularly in the area of literacy. This is why we believe the summer program is so important.
This 8-week program, which runs from June 24 through August 16, is clearly designed to prevent summer slippage in students. But more importantly, it makes them enthusiastic about learning.
The students are very excited, they're engaged in their learning, and they're excited about sharing all that they've learned. They're ready to come back and review all the skills, saying, hey, I like this activity, can we do this again? So they're owning their learning and wanting to create more activities to go along with the skills that have been taught throughout the school year.
All the students are excited. I see them coming in, particularly the younger ones. You know, they're learning, they're growing, they're being challenged. And it's not only academic. I think it's going to be a win-win for the teachers, for the students, for the administrators, for the city.
With us today is Principal Dr. Lana Balthazar and Sarah Bishop of the United Way. Thank you, ladies, for joining us to NPS Now.
Thank you.
Judging from the video, this is an exciting summer program. Tell me, how did you come up with this academic model for a summer program?
Easy button. We went after the students. What are you doing this summer? What is it that you would like to do this summer? And since many of them like to hang around the school and hang around the teachers, we called them all in, asked the teachers, designed the program, send out interest surveys to the students, and bam, here we are.
How many students are participating in this program this summer?
We've averaged, on last week, we were at 310, and during the school year, we run about 468 to 470 students. So it's year-round for us, basically.
Now, how does United Way play into this summer program?
United Way listened to the principal, and we listened to the parents and the teachers when we went in and said, tell us why your kids are struggling. What are the real barriers that you face? And when Dr. Balthazar and the teachers and the parents all talked about the lack of activities for students during the summertime, and then the result of that is they come into school lagging where they were in Maine. We said, fix it. What would you do if you were principal of a day? What would you want? And as Dr. Balthazar said, her teachers designed all these fun ideas and tough academics We took their plans, brought it down to central office, and Norfolk Public Schools central office said, okay, we'll make sure it meets all the academic rigor we need. And United Way said, okay, we've got academic rigor. We have academics that address kids who need extra help, but kids who are at the top end of the scale. And now how do we make sure it's fun? It is what her teachers call hands-on and mind-on. And we designed a program that's 8 weeks long, 5 days a week, and the United Way went to a donor. The donor met with Dr. Balthazar and the CEO of United Way, Carol McCormack, walked the school, heard the plan, and said, we will do whatever it takes.
And that's wonderful. I just want to ask you real quick, in order to have 300 kids there 5 days out of a week, how many staff persons are here at this summer program?
We have about 35 to 40 staff members on site. As I mentioned before, it feels just like the regular school year. It's almost extended year.
Are these PB Young teachers or are there teachers across the district?
The good thing is majority are PB Young senior elementary teachers, but I did put out to other teachers in the district seeking employment, highly qualified, as well as students from our local universities. We have students from Morgan State, Norfolk State University, Old Dominion. So we're taking care of all.
Now coming back to you, Sarah, about the financial piece, who are the donors actually and how much money does it take to run this program?
Macon Brock and his wife, Joan Brock. Joan Brock has been a main driving force behind United Way becoming very relevant in the community and going into the community to listen to what the real issues are. And when they met Dr. Balthazar and they met some of the students, it became a done deal. So we have Macon and Joan Brock who said, we will pay what it takes, and that is about $150,000 a year. It's going to cost a total of about $165,000, and the Brocks are doing $150,000.
This is a great opportunity for our PB Young students and what have you. So is it just the PB Young students there at this program, or is it open to other students that want to attend this type of summer program?
Because we're under the patent United for Children Young Terrace, it is for our PB Young students that reside in Young Terrace.
I know some folks are going to watch this and say, oh, I'm ready to go to PB Young.
Yes, we hope.
Well, it seems like you're a really close partner with PB Young. What are some other ways that United Way has been supporting PB Young?
We are very close partners. We helped institute field trips this past year. There was a drop in funding for field trips. United Way's Women Leadership Council said, we'll reinstate your field trips if we can tie them into students being incentivized to be in school on time, have good behavior, and progress on coursework. So Dr. Balthazar said yes, but we better sit down with the parents and get them to sign on. So students this past year had access to field trips if they met all the conditions of being a good, solid student. And so United Way has helped there. We're also helping, we met yesterday. United Way said to Dr. Balthazar, we want to replicate what we're doing this summer when school starts. These children have no after-school opportunities. And so we are designing a program with the school that gives us before school and after-school opportunities for the full school year from September until June.
This is wonderful. This is what you call partners in education.
Yes.
Really finding the resources to meet the needs of the students. What are some of the testimonies of the kids walking through the halls and some of the staff members with this program?
Oh, wow. You have a tissue box. The students are really happy. When it's Friday and they know tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday, is it tomorrow? Can we do this 7 days a week? Or they have aha moments of just the things that they've learned, or the community partners that come in, they've met new friends. So it's truly a collective, collaborative effort of community impact and at its finest.
So give me a quick snapshot of what a day like is in camp.
Okay. As the students come in, they go to breakfast, and that's when the staff members, volunteers, we've had the Women's Leadership Council, GEICO, any volunteers, they come in to meet our students in the morning. After they receive breakfast, they go to class, and the 9 to 1 o'clock time frame is instructional, Montessori, hands-on, kinesthetic, cooperative learning models that you see going on throughout that duration of time from 9 to 1. Then they have lunch. After lunch, they go into the enrichment piece, and that's where we have the flag football, tennis, the entrepreneurship club,
Wow.
a computer lab. EVMS, the medical school is there with us as well. And so it just turns into
So they have a lot of an array of learning
Yes.
opportunities from the different business
Yes.
partners.
And they get to select. Dr. Balthazar sent a survey out to parents. What would your kids enjoy? What would you like them doing? And that became part of the foundation for what we offer during the enrichment and on Friday. All of this is great to do, and it's important for us to do good, but it's more important that we do what's right. So evaluation is key to what we are doing, because we are convinced if we can prove that 8 weeks of rich academics and rich enrichment programs, that if that keeps students or even accelerates student learning, we believe there are other corporate partners and individual people like the Brocks who will say, I'm willing to sponsor summer camp this year for the students at another school.
And they see a great return on the investment.
It is all about return.
Wow, I understand from the video I saw some great decorative bulletin boards. So you have volunteers come in and help?
Oh, wow. We had a day on a Saturday right before the camp started where we had corporate partners from all over come in and just transform the school so that when students walked in on that Monday, they walked into creative bulletin boards, creative doors. Our corporate sponsors and donors brought their own children in to decorate the doors. It was just such a festive time for the community to come in and give back to the teachers. It was a surprise to the teachers. They didn't know where I was going with it when I asked them, how would you want your room to look? How would you want your door to look? We always tell them every year they have a wish list. So they were thinking, oh, Dr. B just wants to order us some supplies for September. But no, when they walked in on that Monday, they were like, oh my gosh, my boards are done. You know, the students were like, cool, that's neat. It's a 3D bulletin board. And even the donor that donated the money, she was there with her granddaughter and designed one of the boards as well.
Sounds like you had, like I said, great partnership support from the community collaborating in this. So tell me, how will all of this relate to the Transformation Initiative?
I think we had the vision. We're working it out right now. And when we return during the school year, we'll just continue to run with what we started. Teachers are ready, the students are ready, the parents are already on board. So we're ahead of the curve.
Well, sounds like the kids are having a great summer.
They're having a great summer, and as Dr. Balthazar looks at a Montessori-like program, which is very kid-directed, the student makes some choices among opportunities. This summer is giving them a chance to practice. They have to meet the academic thresholds. They have to be progressing, but they have some choice in what they do and how they move themselves academically. Students own their own progress here. And so we hope this summer is a good trial run for some of those Montessori-like concepts. The other thing, there's a very strong focus on lifting, as Dr. King says, both the ceiling and the floor.
Right.
The academics are for all children, not just the children who were struggling, but it's a chance for children who are at the top of the mark to accelerate their learning. United Way, through the Brocks, also funded all of Dr. Balthazar's gifted students, their tuition at Camp Einstein, because we wanted those students who are at the top of their game to experience Camp Einstein with other students who are at the top. They're there for a half day, for half the summer, and then they come back to Dr. Balthazar's school, and they help also lift the students who are their peers in their own school.
It's those individuals again, because I think that's key that we know who all is in partnership with you.
The partnership is very rich with Norfolk Southern. The city manager is around the planning table. Their superintendent is around the planning table. The president of the medical school, and we have the department chairman of pediatrics and family medicine planning with us. Old Dominion University is we even put a classroom this year for college students right in Dr. Balthazar's school.
Wow.
So we've got the universities, we've got Norfolk Redevelopment and Housing Authority, the medical school, the city, United Way, some of its agencies. Medical school is going to come in at the end of the summer camp before Dr. Balthazar and the teachers open up for the regular school year. And the medical students are going to come in and clean up after the fun summer and get ready for the school
back
year.
together.
Yes, absolutely. It takes a lot of partners to make it work.
Wow, and it does. It takes a village to raise a child.
We've got to grow
and
the
a school
village.
and grow exactly. And with the partnerships that you bring to the table and the academics that you bring, I think you will all be successful. Thank you for sharing this great opportunity and this information. And as we go to break, let's take a look at some footage from Camp Einstein, another one of our outstanding summer programs. Stay tuned for more NPS Now after this. Welcome back to our summer edition of NPS Now. I want to take you down the halls and into the classrooms to take a quick look at the exciting fun at Junior University.
We have nothing but fun things here, fun and learning. A lot of the things that the kids really are interested in is the technology piece. That's one thing that's thriving our society now, so they really have integrated that technology piece, which is very important. They've also incorporated a leadership piece, what the kids are very excited about, making sure we're making our leaders. Our math piece is incorporating the real world and how they're actually opening their own checking account. I really hope that they are prepared for not only the real world, but just the college and career readiness piece, the leadership piece, and just gaining that piece of maybe self-esteem or a better sense of what they want to be or where they want to be in the future. It's very important to have something like this, especially that's college and career focused and ready. The kids that come to Junior University really focus on the College and Career Readiness Academy. So we are very excited to offer different things that kind of prepare them for the things that they're going to be prepared for after they graduate from Norfolk Public Schools.
As you can see, Norfolk Public Schools has a lot to offer our students over the summer to increase academic learning. With us now is Bruce Brady, an NPS instructional specialist, who will share with us the AP Summer Academy program. Welcome to NPS Now.
Thank you.
Well, before we talk with you about this great program, Debbie Horniak visited the AP Summer Academy and spoke with some teachers there. Here's what they had to say.
This is a really great opportunity for students in terms of learning certain skills and strategies that can help them be successful in AP classes in high school. There's not a lot of time given or allotted during the school year to work on certain strategies like how to read a college textbook, how to take notes efficiently and effectively, how to write essays, and this really gives them a couple of tips, a couple of strategies that I think can be great in their toolbox to help them throughout the school year.
It really does give them a kind of a peek at what's to come with the test, because a lot of times the students that don't take an honors class beforehand or don't go on to AP Central and look at the work, they're totally mystified when they walk in and they see how much work they have to do and the level of the work that they have to do. It's a College Board class. They get college credit for it. And so it'll be 11th grade. It's the first English class that they're taking at a college level. And so knowing the basics will help them succeed when they come to school next year.
Thank you, Bruce, for joining us here today, Mr. Brady. Every year we host these AP summer academy programs. What happens during these classes?
Well, students who are going to be taking an AP course this fall have the opportunity to come in for a week and to work with an AP teacher from Norfolk in that subject. And they're able to learn skills that will be necessary for their success in the fall. They'll receive background information, and they get to spend that week preparing for what they're going to face and the challenges that they're going to face in their advanced placement course when the school year starts.
So this is a one-week class?
Yes, 1 week. And so we're able to introduce them to the skills and get them prepared, thinking about the challenge and what they need to do so they know what to expect when they go into their AP course in the new school year.
Are a lot of the students shocked and surprised over some of the content?
Yes. Although a lot of our students have been in honors classes, the advanced placement courses are college level courses that are offered to high school students and taught by a high school teacher. But the leap that students have to make a lot of times from what they've been used to taking to the advanced placement expectations can be pretty great. And so it's a good opportunity for the students to be prepared for what they'll face in the fall.
So what types of classes are they learning about in this summer academy?
Well, we had AP Social Studies courses that we offered, AP European History, AP Human Geography, which are both very popular courses with rising sophomores. Those two courses are usually the first AP courses that students encounter, and so we make sure we offer those so that we can capture those new students coming into AP. AP English Language is another course, which is the first AP English course that our students will have the opportunity to take. And so we had a lot of students come into the academy for a week to work in the English as well.
So what grade level? Is it sophomores, juniors, seniors that are taking these AP classes?
Typically, the first time students encounter an AP course and have the opportunity to take advanced placement is their sophomore year. And it's usually one course, maybe two, but then in the junior year and the senior year, students are taking, 3, 4, sometimes 5 and 6 AP courses in 1 year. So the frequency of the AP courses definitely picks up in the junior and senior year.
Explain to us what the AP courses mean for college.
Right. The advanced placement courses, the primary purpose is to help prepare students for the rigor that they're going to encounter when they get to college. And we want them to be prepared, and we want them to be successful when they arrive in college. The U.S. Department of Education did a study, and they found that the best predictor of whether or not a student would graduate from college was whether or not they had taken advanced placement coursework while they were in high school. And so our primary purpose is to help them prepare for those expectations that they're going to face in college. Now, at the end of each AP course in May, the students take a national exam, and based on their score, they can score from between a 1 and a 5. Colleges will grant college credit for students who score a 3, 4, or a 5. Okay. And so students can enter college not having to take courses because of their advanced placement credit, which saves them time, also saves a tremendous amount of money because the students don't have to pay tuition for those courses when they get to college.
Kind of explain again too how, if you're taking this AP class, how is it? I hear it's weighted, so it's not like your regular courses.
That's right. Because of the higher expectations and the additional workload that our AP students face, they receive extra quality points added to their grade point average. And so for every semester in an AP course, students receive 0.03 added directly onto their grade point average. And so we have a fair number of students in Norfolk who end up with much higher grade point averages because of the work that they've done in AP courses.
So say your student, I won't say mine, but if your student, my son's taking AP classes, if he received a C
Yes.
in AP biology, what does that weight out to be?
The weight, he receives all of the weight for that credit. As long as the student passes the AP course, then they receive the weighted credit added to their grade point average.
How many students do we see on average taking AP classes?
Our AP enrollment has grown tremendously over the past few years. When I first started working with the Advanced Placement Program, we had about 1,200 exams that we administered each year. We just finished in this current school year, we administered over 3,000 AP exams. And so our enrollment has more than doubled. The number of exams that we're giving has nearly tripled, and our achievement on AP exams has also greatly increased as well.
So we're encouraging our students to take AP classes, and do you think having this precursor course in the summer is truly preparing them for AP in the fall?
Absolutely, yes. Just the opportunity to work, even though it's briefly, but the opportunity to work with the AP teacher gives the students some insight and helps them prepare mentally and helps them to start thinking about the kinds of things that they need to be able to do when fall arrives and they find themselves sitting in an AP course.
And real quick, is there a cost to this summer program?
Yes, there is. The cost this year was $50. That's actually lower because Norfolk Public Schools does assist with the cost of the program so that we can keep the cost down for the student.
And this is an annual program that we do, AP Summer Academy, to prepare our students?
Yes, we've offered this for about 8 years now.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. Well, Bruce, thank you for coming in today and sharing this valuable information for parents and students about how to prepare for AP classes in the fall.
Thank you very much.
And we want to thank you for tuning into NPS Now. The show airs weekly on WNPS Channel 47 and online at www.npsk12.com. Again, thank you for watching NPS Now.